Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. You know what happens is whenever we have to speak, we are able to speak, we are able to frame out sentences. Even if I talk about somebody gives us any topic, we are able to speak on that topic too. We can control. Overall, we want to say that we can control the situation. We have to speak, then we will be able to speak. This is what, and this is the level that we can say that this is our level. We can do anything in this language. We know how to speak in English. We can control, we can speak, we can give the answer of any question. Okay, we can control everything. But the problem is which I have noticed, okay, and that is whenever you have to speak, the problem is very common, and I would say it is definitely anybody who has learned this language would have gone through the same thing which I'm going to highlight right now, and that is you know how to frame sentence, you know how to articulate your thought. Even if I talk about after speaking 2 to 3 sentences, you just continue speaking, you understand how to speak. Even your mind understands each and everything that, and your mind keeps on speaking. But the initial sentence that you speak, at that time you are afraid of mistakes. And why it happens, let me tell you. First of all, let me tell you why it happens. It happens because of the lack of practice. Why? Because see, I know how much you are efforting, how much, like how many sentences you are speaking and how many topics you are covering, I know. But the problem is when we feel like that, if we will speak this first sentence, I may make mistake. Why? Because of that we would have not practiced on that thing. We would not have become the part of that thing, and that is the fear which develops. And because of that we feel like, oh my god, this is what I have to do. And if I will open my mouth and I will speak one sentence, and that is going to be our first sentence, and that sentence, if that sentence will be incorrect, our motivation, our, I would say, energy will go down. Okay, we will start feeling down at that time, and because of that we feel like, no, we don't need to learn this language because already we have given a lot of times and we have done multiple things. Still our level is somewhere which we never wanted. Like we wanted to keep our level, like we wanted to put our level up, we wanted to be fluent in this language. But see what is happening, we are not able to even give the we are not able to speak even single sentence. But this is not completely true. It is happening because you are not living in such a atmosphere where you speak this language most of the time, where you are asked that you have to speak, you are asked any question, you do not. Whenever you try to speak this language, you pick any specific topic, or in, like you are in the office, at that time you may have to speak, or you are staying or living somewhere where English is spoken, or like you are told that you have to speak in English, at that time only you speak in this language. And that is the reason that you, whenever you have to speak first sentence, at that time you are afraid of framing your first sentence because of the grammatical mistakes you may make. And that is the fear sometimes plays a big role, which keeps saying you that you don't need to learn this language, you need to quit this quit learning this language, better you should do something else, so that you can align in that thing, or you can keep on learning that thing, something like that. You keep on thinking, but you don't need to think like that. Instead you need to do something which is completely opposite. You need to keep on doing, doesn't matter how much how many mistakes you are making, you need to keep on speaking. There will be a time, okay, at that time you will see that you would have improved your spoken English. This is what you need to inculcate. And because you know how to frame your sentence, you know how to speak, only one thing which is, and where you are lacking, you need to understand, that is the first sentence. When you are going to answer somebody, or you are going to speak on anything, at that time you lack only. So where you are lacking, you have understood, now you have to work on that thing. And why it is happening? It is happening because of that. Even if I talk about first sentence is playing a huge role. Why? Because you would have not practiced on that thing. Why it is happening? For example, you are sitting in your room, okay, somebody is coming or somebody appears in front of you suddenly, and simply he says, hey brother, what did we do yesterday? Hey brother, did you see my phone? Something like that somebody says, and at that time, like, you want to give answer as fast as somebody asked this question to you. Okay, you want to be like that. Okay, you want to speak this, you want to give the answer of this question like that, and at that time you are likely to make mistake because of the fear which is in your mind, which is in your English, and you are feeling insecure, and that is why. So you need to, and it is happening because of you have not practiced on that thing. Okay, why? See, if I talk about, we are living in India, we know Hindi and we are fluent in Hindi language. And why we are fluent in Hindi language? We do multiple things. First of all, we wake up in the morning at any time. After that, we get up, we go and we meet each family member, we do whatever you want to do. Even we somebody has to say something to you, somebody will come, will say to you, and somebody will say your breakfast is ready, you have to go and eat, something like that. Today this has been cooked, something like that will be spoken by somebody. Okay, and you will be made understand, and now it is totally up to you what you have to do. You have to answer or you have to stay silent, whatever you want to do. Okay, you simply respond like that. So it is happening because you are becoming the part of that thing. Don't you consider, if you want to, or as you had been learning this language, you didn't become the part of that thing. What did you do at that time? You used to speak just by picking any topic, just by any application which would have suggested by somebody, and you would have installed that application and you would have started using that application. And how much you have learned through that application only, or you would have understood about how to frame sentences and about grammar only by certain resources, I would say. Okay, and you didn't become the part of that thing which used to be very much required. For example, as I have told you, I have made you understand just by giving the example of Hindi language, how we learned Hindi language and how we became fluent in Hindi language. So I gave the example of that language. I gave the example of the activities we do on regular basis every day whenever we are in India and we are fluent in Hindi language. So I'm talking about Hindi language, whatever is done in Hindi language by people in India or in your locality, I'm talking about that thing. So you will have to repeat the same thing in English language, man. You don't have anyone that somebody will come and will help you. You need to understand, you have to be the part of that thing so that you keep on growing, and you would have not done that specific thing, and that is the reason your mind is not programmed. And whenever you have to give the answer immediately, somebody says anything and after that person or somebody is speaking, and while speaking, okay, you have to answer too. Did you understand or not? Let me tell you. See, I said somebody is speaking and he is not finished, okay, and 50% or 80% of his sentence is covered, and now you are going to speak. There was one thing that 30% or 20% was left to be covered, still you gave the answer of that person. So this is what you need to understand. Okay, why it happened? It happened because of the habit. So you have to bring the same thing in your this language, in English language, so that you repeat it and you master this language, you become fluent. And whenever you have to speak, not only on any specific topic but also on different topics, question answer, and become the part of an argument, or you are walking on the street and you see somebody and you want to be the part of thing, you want to just somebody, you want to make somebody understand this is not the fault of his or her or anybody. You want to you want to sort out everything, you want to go and make them understand. So how you will do that, how it will come in your habit? You will have to bring it in your habit. You are not living in any country where English is spoken, where you will be involved, you will be told be the part of this, and you will be asked anything and you have to answer as you give the answer in Hindi language. Because if you don't want to be the part of anything, still you will have to be the part of that thing, because somebody will come, somebody will get you any work, somebody will get you anything, and you have to complete that, you have to go through that. So this is what you need to understand, and this is what I am trying to make you understand, brother. So you lagged when somebody asked and you had to answer, but you didn't answer. Why? Because of the lack of practice. Don't stick to any specific thing. You have to learn multiple things, you have to talk on multiple things, so that everything comes in your habit, everything falls in your falls in your mind, and everything registers in your mind, so that your mind feels okay, this is in my habit and I can control the situation. Everything you will have to bring in your habit, in your mind, so that even if I talk about the program, you will have to program your mind, brother, because unless your mind is programmed, your mind will not control anything. Okay, you will have to program your mind first, then you can leave it you can leave it to your mind, and your mind is going to control everything. This is what you need to understand. And don't think, lastly I would like to highlight once again, that is, don't think whenever you have understood each and everything then you don't need to learn anything. No, brother, this is not like that. You will have to keep on learning this language, you will have to keep on speaking. Suppose you have understood each and everything, you know how to speak, you know, you are completely aware of everything, you can control all the situation, and you are thinking, no, I don't need to speak. After 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months, I will come and I will start speaking. Don't you think it will get deleted or it will fade out? Don't you think? Because when you will not do anything, talking about your joints of the body, talking about your body's activities, okay, if you will not do that, if you will not okay, move your fingers or hands, don't you think your hands or fingers will not be able to move, will not be able to hold anything, will not be able to act as it needed to act, something like that, because you are doing the same thing after 1 or 2 months, after 1 to 2 months or 3 months. And what I'm trying to make you understand, that you will have to engage everything on regular basis. Don't leave anything for forever or for 1 to 3 months. If you will do it, everything is going to get deleted automatically, everything will get deleted, and you will not understand how you have forgotten everything, you will not be able to control the situation. Okay, hopefully you would have understood each and everything what I was trying to make you understand, and from today onwards you are going to implement the same thing. And one thing once again I would like to highlight, that is, don't quit learning this language, don't quit anything. Whenever you feel like something is going against you, nothing is going in your favor, you are only going through hurdles, don't think like you will not be able to tackle that hurdles. Okay, hurdles will come and will take the control over you, over anything. No, don't think you can take the control over hurdles. You can compete, you can go beyond. You will have to understand it, brother, and you will, then you will grow. You need to understand. Thank you so much for paying attention, and this is what I wanted to talk about, and hopefully you would have understood each and everything, and I would have made you understand each and everything. Whenever I would have made any mistake to make you understand, you can simply drop a comment so that I can answer your query or the question in the comment section. Thank you so much once again.